Are you hiring? Do you know where to post your job to find the best candidates? With ZipRecruiter, you can post your job to over 100 job sites with just one click. Then, their powerful technology efficiently matches the right people to your job, better than anyone else. That's why ZipRecruiter is different. Unlike other job sites, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you, it finds them. In fact, over 80% of jobs posted on ZipRecruiter get a qualified candidate in just 24 hours. There's no juggling emails or calls to your office. Simply screen, rate, and manage candidates all in one place with ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use dashboard. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes to find the most qualified candidates with immediate results. And right now, listeners to this podcast can start posting jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/30for30. That's ZipRecruiter.com/30for30. One more time, just so you get it. ZipRecruiter.com/30for30.
And now, Jalen and Jacoby on ESPN Radio.
When I pop the trunk, head the day. Y'all pop the trunk, I pop the hood. Now act stupid, I'll pop the trunk. Now give me your boom,
He is Jalen Rose.
What up, Doe?
I'm David Jacoby.
And on the cool check-in.
And we have a special guest today, Jalen Rose. Who is it?
Seriously?
Okay. We have a guest today. I don't want to fight in front of the guest.
We've been doing this show for 6 years.
Uh-huh.
And at the beginning of the show,
Jalen changed the open.
we do a bit.
Okay.
Let's do it, Reg, and show Jacoby what it is. And don't erase none of this. This is a podcast. We have our good friend Katie Nolan in the building, and we're going to do things live. And on the cool check-in, center stage on the mic.
And we putting it on wax. It's the new style.
What do we do?
We get to find individuals that have supported this program 6 years, exactly what they want, when they want it, more importantly, when they need it.
I changed the open because we have Katie here today. Because I always
sit
feel
for
weird.
the 5 minutes that happens.
that's
I'm
what
like,
I'm
I have
saying.
no. When do I jump in?
Yeah, that's the thing. It makes me feel weird, so I want to introduce you. When you
Thank you.
when you have
It's
someone
okay.
here, I wanted to involve her early on in the open. Sorry if I didn't go by your script that you just
do your show. I'm here to watch you do your show and help you make your show better. I'm not here to go, excuse me, I don't like the way you just yell at each other for a minute while I sit here. No, do your show.
I thought it would be awkward if we just yelled at each other for a minute.
You
while
should
sat here.
stop changing who you are to appease other people. That's what makes you a manager and us talent. Hello.
Yes, indeed.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to
Thank
the
you.
network. We are both big fans of yours.
Was I supposed to
I'm
do a
so
loud
excited
thing
that you're
and a
here.
dance? Yeah.
And the people want Jalen Rose back in the NBA. Jalen Rose wants Jalen Rose back in the NBA. I want you back in the NBA, so you'll be off this show. And Tommy Heinsohn put you back in the NBA.
Brown with the steal. Jalen. Blow those candles out. Jalen Rose is here, grown up.
How's it feel to be here all grown up?
It feels great. I've been retired 10 years.
Yeah, he should have known it wasn't you because the guy dunked backwards and did all that.
But here's the thing. You know, when we say if you get jammed up, don't mention my name, it's kind of hard to do that when you have a household name. You know, this mistake is going to continue to happen. I see Jalen Ramsey's going to be on First Take tomorrow. I mean, there are Jalen's in basketball, there are Jalen's in football.
Do people ever confuse you for
It's a
Nolan
normal
Ryan?
name.
Constant.
Always.
It's constant.
Yeah, I know. It's got to get annoying after a while.
Nolan Ryan, Katy Perry.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
guys,
Yes.
I know the
I get
resemblance.
it. I get it.
Uncanny. Yeah.
David Stern did an interview with Al Harrington for Uninterrupted. Shout out to LeBron, making money still. And how do I say this? There was a lot about marijuana in there. And David Stern learned something that really shocked him.
Was Tommy Heinsohn there?
Let's watch.
It was sort of generally known at some point until we tightened the rules that a lot of our players were smoking a lot of marijuana. In fact, some of our players came to us and said, some of these guys are high coming into the game.
Jalen Rose, NBA players do not smoke marijuana, right?
Al was looking at him like, how you know that? did they say me?
Yeah, who told you? Before the game? How long before the game?
You know what I mean? Was it within a
Some of these
24-hour
guys.
period of when the ball tipped off?
Katie, did you ever think that
Well,
NBA players smoked marijuana?
Well, I've never heard of what your marijuana. I've never heard of what that is. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I think we should probably ask somebody who would know better. Like, I don't know.
who would know better?
Red Man, Method
Well,
Man.
you know who knows
One of
better?
you.
Al Harrington knows better.
Yes.
Because he's got a marijuana company. And during this interview, he just offered to give, a little parting gift to his new friend and co-host, David Stern. Let's watch.
I bought something for you.
Oh, okay.
I actually bought some creams for you to actually
I'm
try.
not going to get arrested on my way out.
I promise you won't.
All right, you promise.
I put it in a bag that's,
Okay, it sort of looks like a bagel.
Yeah, it looks perfect.
Okay, that's
You'll
good.
never
That's
know.
good. All right, I'll take it.
It looks like a bagel. It's like the parody of David Stern answer you would give in a skit of a bagel.
It looks like a bagel,
It's
right?
literally what he said.
Do you think he used it or not?
Yes. Yes, I think so. I'm less concerned about whether he did or didn't and more concerned, did they film it? Because that had to be just watching him realize what that feels like
That's
and
the
then
second
cope
episode.
with the next. That's it. Was it an interview about weed specifically, or did it just veer off that way?
No, pretty much. Though, that was the whole topic the whole time.
Why would you ask him about anything
I appreciate
else?
Al promoting his company indirectly
Yeah.
and his product, giving it to
What
David
is
Stern.
How does that work?
Does David Stern
Will?
know what this was about when he signed up? You know what I mean? Does he really just have that much time where he's like, an entire interview about marijuana? What could go wrong?
Forgive my ignorance,
Okay.
please. He has a company about weed.
Yes,
A dispensary.
Extracts. He's
Okay.
in the extract business.
Oh, so the stuff that isn't weed, but it's wheat. So the edibles and stuff.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Katie.
I don't understand.
I don't know what any of this is.
Did he hand him a bag
What?
of weed, or did he hand him
I
a
think
bag
it was creams.
of brownies?
He said creams. Maybe he thought it was cream
Okay,
cheese
but,
because of the whole bagel thing.
Hemp creams, because that's really different from weed.
I believe that. I don't believe he tried to give David Stern intoxicating substances, but
Okay.
that would have been the right thing to do.
Right.
I think more importantly, he's trying to give him something that wouldn't get him arrested. He gave him something legal.
No, give him something that would
But
get him
here's the
arrested.
thing,
What a
to answer-
headline.
no doubt. But to answer your question, David's enjoying retirement clearly.
Yeah.
And he accepted it freely.
He
She
did.
didn't force
Sure
him to
did.
take it.
Yeah, he's like, that's the only reason I'm here to do this interview, Al. Put me on a VIP list for your company.
It was actually just a sting operation to get on video him accepting
Right.
drug products.
Exactly.
Can you help me get a card?
That's also
Yeah.
what we're doing here on this show,
yes.
Katie, by the way.
Yep, good to know.
Moving on, the greatest journalistic output of our species, clearly page 6, is reporting that Colin Kaepernick has signed an over $1 million book deal. Katie, what do you think the book's going to be about?
I would imagine all the things that we talk about on sports television 24 hours a day, every single day. Yeah. People are always like, he hasn't talked. Why isn't he talking? Because it's worth $1 million for him to wait a sec and then write it down. And I know you don't like to read America, but now you're going to have to if you want to hear what he thinks. And I'm excited.
And I appreciate this because I always hated the running joke that probably had some validity to it when people said if you wanted to hide something from people that look like me, put it in a book. So now Colin is taking his protest a step further, and as you mentioned, instead of going on a sports talk television show and doing an interview for free, he's capitalizing on it. He's going to be you like that one.
That should be the title.
He's going to be able to articulate it properly because it's going to be consciously done, and it's forcing people to actually read to get the information.
Did you get $1 million for your book, Jalen?
No.
No? Well, no.
How many dollars did you get?
$1 or $2.
Okay.
$1 or $2?
Yes, you read his book, right? Jalen's book?
Yeah.
We'll give you a copy.
Great.
We'll give you a copy.
Do I have to
It's
pay
excellent.
for it?
It's excellent.
We got some in the garbage in there. I go grab a couple.
Yeah, there's one right there.
Okay. I'll grab it. I'll grab it.
I think it should be called Neil Young.
Ooh.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I was going to say, can't stop the kneeling.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was my...
Ooh, Kevin Nealon?
Ooh.
That should be his pen name.
I like protest to progress.
Okay, yours is boring.
Yeah, that's actually what it should
Yours
be called.
is real.
Yeah, that's what it should be
I
called.
thought we were doing a bit about puns.
That's the thing.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
that's kind of what I'm good
Protest
at.
to progress
that's
is like,
actually a good
oh wait,
idea.
that's a good idea. Why'd you give that away for free?
You should give me $1 million for that.
Get how this works?
Come on, man. Klay Thompson, I don't know if he reads books, but he definitely reads newspapers. And I know that because he put out the greatest ad in the history of advertisements. Let's watch it.
For me, I keep it simple. I like reading the newspaper. I like turning the pages. It's just so good to get the feel of the paper. You know, I love the smell of a fresh newspaper. I like seeing when I'm in the paper as well. I like keeping those clippings and I'm showing to my kids one day.
Do you think he really cuts out clippings of himself in the newspaper?
First of all, you gotta have scissors on you all the time.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Which means you can't be running
wouldn't be
anytime.
surprised if Klay has scissors near him.
You think so?
Let's move on.
Or active thumbs. Here's the thing. He almost looked like somebody that watched his dad do that for a really long time.
Yes.
Now all of a sudden he's doing the things that he always wished he could do as a kid to mimic his dad. That's what that reminded me of.
And I've done these interviews, and the question was, what do you like about the newspaper? And the first thing he's like, I like turning pages.
It's actually the worst part.
I just like the feeling.
It's actually the undeniably worst, undeniably worst thing about a paper is having to do this to get to the next part, and having to try to find out how to fold
the subway, you gotta
in
fold
order
it.
to. Yeah,
it's impossible.
That's the only time you can read newspapers if you're alone in a locker room like this. It's the only time it's convenient.
My 100-year grandmother gave me 6 tubes of scrapbooks that she cut out for me since I was in middle school.
What is her name?
Mary Bell Hicks. We affectionately call her Grammy.
Grammy.
Big shout to Mary Bell Hicks.
Computer, execute 12.4p operation.
Optimizing algorithm. Running encryption packet alpha 9. Oh, I don't feel so good.
What is it, computer?
Is it hot in here? It feels hot in here. I feel a little clammy. I should lie down or something.
A computer with a virus? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
Those oysters Rockefeller were a mistake.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Let's play soft move or boss move. Katie, this game is so simple you don't even have to have it explained to you.
Okay.
So I was watching these intricate handshakes between different Cleveland Cavaliers. Here we have LeBron and Dwayne Wade doing their handshake thing. And then Kevin Love, they do the fake out, just we're going to shake hands thing. And then watch how this finishes here at the very end, right? We have, and this got me thinking, because there's a lot of butt patting that goes on in sports. So is the on-field butt patting a soft move or a boss move?
Don't go to me first on this.
Jalen?
It's definitely a boss move.
Explain why.
Because it's almost like muscle memory acknowledgement. When you go to the doctor and they check your vitals, they hit you on the knee. Get a reflex.
So when you play basketball, you just hit dudes on the butt?
Absolutely. That's one of the things you miss when you get done playing. The pats on the backside, the pats on the back, the roar of the crowd.
I found myself doing it from time to time. Then after I did it, I was like, why did I just do that?
Why do you do that? That's what I don't get.
Odd.
Where did it come from?
I
Why
didn't
is
know
that
where did it
muscle
start,
memory?
and why is it muscle memory? Why is it okay just while we're doing this one activity? Because at work, it is not okay.
Well, and also, that is their work. So it just creates this weird thing where when they come over from work and they're like, at work, I usually pat butts. Now I work with a lady, I'm going to pat her butt. It's just this weird crossing of, you just don't want to, it's an unnecessary blur. I don't want to say soft move, but I think I'm going soft move.
Okay. Yeah. Next, we have a Utah man who's being chased by the police, right? So he had to hide. And he went into a church. And then he went into the boiler room of the church. Guess what? Locked himself in the boiler room of the church. Called 911. Got the police to get him out. Running from the police.
Oh, I forgot
and then calling the police.
Yeah.
Soft move or boss move?
That's a boss move.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so too.
What was he running from the police for?
I think it was a traffic stop, but who knows? But it was a traffic stop.
Because you got to weigh the options of is it worth getting caught or dying in a boiler room of a church?
I'm just thinking, does he have other people in his phone that he could have gone to
Good
first?
point. That's also
you know
a
what I
good
mean?
point.
Like a friend or someone else, and say maybe you could call a locksmith, for example, might be a better idea than the police.
Or if it's a smartphone, just Google any
How to pick a
locksmith.
lock.
Yeah, because I don't have one in my. Yeah, that's an interesting. But I still say boss move.
I'm glad he didn't create a high-speed chase. Something that's going to interrupt live television. So because of that, I say it's a boss move.
Okay, that's fair. So I know you're a Patriots fan.
Me?
You're from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
He's a
Tom Brady fan. I'm a
fan as
die-easy
well.
Patriots fan. I kind of like them when they're winning. And
So
they've been
always.
winning a lot lately. And when they win, Tom Brady posts these little comics. When they win, he's got this thing it's like a little joke. It's a comic. And he does this every time they win on his Instagram. It's the TB Times. Katie Nolan, TB Times comics, soft move or boss move?
Soft move.
It's a soft move.
He's doing this thing where it's he's been doing this on his social media for a while of his being cool and relatable, and it was fun at first. Then he did that thing last year where should I join Instagram or Snapchat? He let people vote what the next social media platform he should join was. We know it's not him doing it.
He's not drawing those
picture him
comics?
like, ooh,
He's not drawing
wait
those.
till they see what happens this week.
What if I put
In
Mo
frame
from Three
3.
Stooges' hair?
Ooh, the Hulk's gonna make an appearance. Like, I don't think he's drawing it. I know it's his people, but it's sort of ruined the allure, at least before I could pretend. Like, oh, Tom Brady's typing this Facebook status. And now we know he's not.
You guys can't see the forest for the trees.
Oh, what's happening? Take us
This
behind
is
the
a
curtain.
boss move.
Why?
He's clearly planting seeds that are going to create a harvest. Tom Brady now
So
all of a
many
sudden
tree jokes.
is going to be getting paid off of these comics. You see, they have a name already.
TV Times.
There you go. And before you know it, like Kobe Bryant, here's a player that played a really long time and didn't allow you guys to appreciate if he had a personality
And
or
now
not.
we're all in his muse cage.
Now all of a sudden, he gets a chance to show everybody a different side of himself. Why you guys still probably both follow him, and he still gets paid.
I do follow him.
I do follow him, too.
I do follow
He's Tom
him.
Brady. Very handsome.
I do follow him.
At Game 1 of the World Series, Yasiel Puig
Wow.
debuted a new hairstyle. This one came with a blue brohawk, and on the back has like a Rolling Stones mouth with the tongue out, dyed red. Rolling Stones mouth in the back of your head, dyed red, soft mover, boss move.
What's the difference between a brohawk, a faux hawk, and a mohawk? When you say brohawk, what's that?
Well, it's on a bro.
I should have been able to figure that out. Kind of like soft moves, boss moves. That was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with boss move.
I like it,
yeah,
too.
I'm going to go boss
I
move.
like it,
Because
too.
you really got to be, you just got another body part added to, that's already on your head. You got another mouth.
And you also,
added to
when
your
you have
head.
that haircut, you cannot show up late to work. You know?
No,
It's
you
a-
can't show up on time
yeah,
to work.
yeah.
You
Good
have to be late to work.
Good point. I'm right.
Are you
Oh, I'm
kidding?
sorry.
You
I'm sorry.
have to
I'm
be
sorry.
late, and you have to go, what?
Jalen, would
What's
you get a
the
Rolling
routine?
Stones logo in the back of your
I
head?
would not. But for him, it's a boss move. And you both just alluded to why. He used to show up to work a lot lately. Now he got a new coach, and before you know it, they reeled him in. They become a better team. And to buy more into the team concept, he got the color of the squad on his head as a sacrifice. I'm rolling.
I'm also going on a theory that they never really like show you what they're doing while you're getting your hair cut. They spin you around at the end. I'm not even sure he knows that that's there. You know what I mean? He probably found out like a half an hour later when he was walking down the street. So now we have this Blake Griffin dunk that everyone's been watching all day long. You've seen people talk about it. But there's another aspect I want to go
I
here.
know where you
Watch
going.
Rudy Gobert. Watch Rudy Gobert, right? Rudy Gobert is about to jump, but makes the business decision not to contest the dunk.
You think so?
Soft move or boss move?
Soft move.
Okay.
I know, because the cool thing to say would be boss move. I guess it's a boss move. I don't care.
Follow
How's
your
that
heart.
for an answer?
Follow your heart. Follow your head, your heart.
Yeah, I don't care. What do you
Well,
think?
first and foremost, he's a shot blocker. His nickname is Stifle Tower. Therefore, you need to contest anything coming to the hoop because shot blockers get dunked on. So that's a soft move for him not to contest it. And it's a
That's what I
soft
said.
move for us as a television program to not put the handshake on there where DeAndre Jordan spit in his hand and shook Blake Griffin's. That's what I thought you were going to show.
Okay, well, listen,
That'll
if
get
you show
you
up to the
punched in the
production
face.
meetings before the show, you can start making some
I was
comments
here
like that.
45
You know what I mean?
minutes
You know
before
what
the
I mean?
show started.
We're in a fight. Finally, we have this. German third-tier soccer team, and I'm going to say this wrong, FC Magdeburg, their fans created this giant tifo, which is Jigsaw with flaming eyes.
Whoa.
Katie, gigantic tifos that are premeditated, coordinated, and terrifying.
Boss move.
That's a boss
like,
move.
what? How did you get... This always fascinates me about international soccer is like, how did you get fire in the stadium? Doesn't somebody go like, maybe we don't bring matches and why? What's with the gasoline? I'm just like, no, I
always just think about like, the logistics. How long did that take?
Yeah.
Where did you make that
How
thing?
many people
How
got
did you get it
injured in
right?
the creation of
Yeah.
that and accidentally got burnt?
I'll keep mine short and sweet. Boss move.
Now, Jalen and I have been big fans of yours from afar. We
Wow.
really have. We really have.
Guys?
Even before you were here, we had conversations about how good you were and how
Wow.
great your career is going to be. We're so happy that you're here. We want you to look at us like big brothers. You know what I mean?
And
Protect
co-producers.
you, look
Okay.
out for you, and you can always hear if you need something. And we have some advice for you.
Okay.
We know you're new here, and like you don't really have your own show yet, but it'll eventually happen.
Sure.
So we did some thoughts and we just wanted to just throw some ideas at you.
All right.
Of ideas that we came up with.
I'm open. Should I take notes?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Well, the titles are really important. Like, we think Mike and Mike is just a great title. You know what I mean? Because they're both named Mike, and they work together. There's microphones involved.
Oh.
So titles are important. So this one is titled Nolan Ryan. Check it out. Katie Nolan and Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
And Nolan Ryan. Also, Nolan Ryan.
So it's Nolan and Nolan Ryan is the name? That's how you'd say it.
Yeah.
But one thing is, you can't have a show in 2017 and you're trying to be a diverse network and all of you guys are
white people.
Can't have all white people.
So how about, you need an attorney if you're going to bring that to us. What about at Ryan Smith?
And now we have Nolan Ryan with Katie Nolan, Rex Ryan, Nolan Ryan, and Ryan Smith.
I think it rolls right off the tongue.
And I know you want to just greenlight that.
Yeah.
But we have some other ideas we also wanted to.
So I'll hold off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one's also a little different. This one's a little different for you. We thought that you could do like a sitcom about your life, scripted, where you star in it, and it's like your life at ESPN and your life outside ESPN.
Okay.
This one's called Katie versus Everybody.
Oh, that sounds like it would work.
It would work,
right? It would be like at least 15 episodes of that.
And we could get someone else to play me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jalen, your thoughts?
What do you think, Jalen?
I think that that's a terrific idea.
Okay.
You're doing a scripted, it's loosely based, and more importantly, it's your decision to how the thing gets done.
Or if it gets done.
Ain't it important to be in control of your own material?
Right.
In this industry, people just take your ideas,
Yeah.
and you're going to look like this, you're going to wear this, and you're going to say this. But it's your world.
It's yours.
It is my world.
And you're against everybody.
Me versus everybody. I'm going to work on that script.
Okay. We got another one for you.
Oh, okay.
We loved Garbage Time.
Thank
It's
you.
still on hiatus.
That was
You
my
know what I mean?
show,
Still
everybody.
on hiatus.
Yes,
We
it
love
is
Garbage
still
Time.
currently on hiatus.
Yes.
It's coming back
It's
soon.
coming back. It will come back at some point,
someday.
I'm sure. We love that show, and we were thinking, like, all right, we can't do that at ESPN. Like, you know, like this legal stuff. In a way.
We don't,
And also, you're at ESPN now. It's not Garbage Time. You know what this is?
What?
Prime Time. You
Oh, wow.
and Deion Sanders.
Okay. I like the chains. Do I get the chains?
The whole thing. You
Okay.
guys dress exactly identically every single day.
That's
how it
going to
works.
get expensive for me.
That's how
but
it works.
I do like it.
No, it's in the budget. Big budget. What do you think, Jalen? Prime Time?
I like the idea a lot. It gives a chance to show your versatility. One thing I would love to see you do is rock a jerry curl. That's the one thing
It's not just
that'll
the
take it
clothes,
to the next
the hair,
level.
I'd have to do the full-on Jerry curl.
Every day.
Okay. I'm gonna. You know what?
It's a good show.
Why wouldn't I?
And finally, we
Let's
have one
do
more.
it.
This is the last one.
Okay.
This is a little departure from what you normally do. We want you to branch out because we think that you could host like a big time game show.
Wow.
You know what I mean? A
You
big
do
time
think-
game
Like
show.
Wheel of Fortune,
Yes.
Price is Right,
Yes. We think so.
Okay.
We're big fans. We told
Jeopardy.
you. This one's called
Jeopardy.
Ball or Nothing.
Oh.
It's a game show where the contestant has to decide whether they want to be tethered next to LeVar Ball or have all their worldly possessions taken from them.
That'd be tough because I think after every episode would end the exact same way.
How's that?
Everybody gets their worldly possessions taken away from them because it's not really a challenge. But I could host it. I'm up for it.
So just don't forget, we're here for you. If you have questions,
Thank
if you
you.
need more show
Thank you.
ideas or
Thank
anything
you.
like that, they're all pun-based titles. It's kind of what we do.
Okay.
So listen, on Wednesdays, we have a thing called Women Crush Wednesdays where we celebrate
Oh, you guys invented
the
that?
more... Listen.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Go
We're
ahead.
trying to be positive.
We
I know.
popularized
We're trying to be
it.
positive.
For those that don't know, Michael Jackson was not the first one to moonwalk.
Oh.
He just popularized it.
I don't think we popularized Women Crush Wednesday, to be honest.
We did.
You did now.
I don't think that was us.
You did
Sure,
now.
I'll take credit
No
for
other
it.
show does it.
You did now.
So, what we do is we celebrate the kinder, more intelligent, more responsible, more mature gender of our species, the females. And one of the ways we do so is we have all-female voicemails. So if you call 985-80-JALEN, you can leave us voicemails like this.
What up, Joe? Hey, Jalen and Jacoby. This is Hillary from Alaska again. So me and my boyfriend were just having a conversation about work, and he said that at one of his previous employers, they had a condom machine in the bathroom. You have to let me know. Is this a boss move or a soft move? Keep giving the people what they want.
Well, I'll tell you what happened.
She cute.
Can you let our guest take this one first,
Oh,
please?
wait,
Of course.
what? Well, so I have a question. If it's condom machine, do you mean like a
vending machine?
Or are you thinking like, and I don't want to say this word and creep out the two men in the room, is this like a tampon thing like they have in a women's bathroom? You just put in a quarter, turn the thing, and the tampon comes out.
It is like one of those.
I've seen condom. I've seen them in women's bathrooms, too.
It just seems inappropriate at the workplace.
It does seem inappropriate at the... Okay, that's fair. I'm thinking of like a movie theater.
Yeah.
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 It is probably,
I'm just saying inappropriate at a movie
totally
theater as well. Yeah.
appropriate.
Like,
No,
I'm
you
not sure
should be
that's exactly
banging
where
at
it
a
should be.
theater.
I'm not sure that's
if you're
how it
not
works either.
banging, what are you doing there?
With Hillary
for the
from
cost of a
Alaska,
ticket?
they're really getting down out there in Alaska.
And Hillary from Alaska, you need to check your husband's bag.
Yeah.
His
For real.
pockets.
Yeah.
Because if
How'd
he
this come
shares
up?
that information with you, that usually means people at the workplace were using those materials. He just left off the details to who was using them and
Yeah,
why.
like how'd that come up in conversation? When was he like, honey, isn't it crazy? There's this condom machine
how did you
in
naturally
the
get there?
bathroom.
Well,
And
usually
she's
it
like,
happens. He maybe found one in his car. Like, hey, that was at the
Oh,
workplace.
that's what happened. Why do you have this condom?
See,
well, honey, it's a joke at work because there's a condom machine, and they said I wouldn't buy one, so I bought one, and here it is. And actually, he bought 5.
That's exactly how it went. That is exactly how it went. Jalen, you just saw through the whole thing. She found one in his car. He was driving at the same time, so he couldn't really think of a good excuse. You know, he was just like, oh yeah, because it worked. This thing. Brilliant, Hillary. I'm sorry we just ruined your relationship. Shout out to your boyfriend. Shout out. If you call 985-80-JALEN, you can leave us voicemails. Today is Woman Crush Wednesday, so we have all female voicemails. Let's listen to another one.
Hey, Jalen Jacoby. My name is Rika. I'm from Orange County. And I just started listening to you guys consistently since my boyfriend and I moved in together. He listens to your show every morning and as he gets ready for work. Since it's Women Crush Wednesday and it's his birthday today, I thought it would be nice to give a shout out to him. His name's Carl. But I also have a question for you guys. Soft move or boss move? My boyfriend always tells people his name is Carl with a K. All right, thanks, guys. And boogie!
Okay. His name's Carl.
Sure.
So when we introduce himself to people, he's like, hey, I'm Carl with a K.
Why?
Because Carl usually has a C.
So what? Unless I'm writing you a correspondence, which I'm not. It's never gonna. It's not like you're gonna say, "Oh, did you say Carl?" It's actually Carl. It's a harder. I said it was with a K. And Carl.
Not like Malone. Don't confuse me with that guy.
I'm going to say soft move. I don't want to end 2 relationships on the podcast, though. So
That's what we do.
Boss move.
It's
boss
what we do.
Move.
It's what we do. I think it's a boss move because you want people to get it right. How about that?
Carl with a K.
Happy birthday, however.
Happy birthday.
Either way.
Happy birthday to Carl.
Happy birthday with an H and a B.
So we're going to our Twitter feed here.
Oh, God.
We have some questions.
This scares me
Don't
a
worry.
lot. I
Don't
want to
worry.
be honest.
This
I'm
one's for you,
sweating.
Katie. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
This is from Florin. Soft move or boss move. Asking for light ice in your soda cup so you'll have more soda than ice.
Boss move if it's a drink, not if it's soda. But if you're at a bar and you're like less ice, you're getting more booze.
I may or may not ask for my drinks in pint glasses. Because I find
They charge you for that,
when
you
I
know.
ask for a cocktail and they fill it all with ice and then I get like 2 ounces of liquid, all of a sudden it's gone and it's been 45 seconds and it's just not my experience. I need.
Those are called shots. If they're gone in 45 seconds.
My bad. My bad.
That's the kind of glass
But actually,
you get those in.
now that I think about it, when I was bartending and people asked me for less ice, I actually on purpose gave them less booze.
Ooh.
Because I was like, you're not going to beat the system with me, sir. I'm going to take the booze I would have given you and give it to the person who's like, extra ice, I like it cold.
So how conscious were you when you were bartending of how much booze you were putting in each one? Like, would you ever try to
Very
mix it up? Would you
conscious.
see like a Tinder date and be like, let me turn this up a little bit?
They test you when you're bartending to make sure you can do a perfect pour of exactly
Mhm.
what a shot is. And so
Yeah.
you know when you give a little bit more or a little bit less.
It's a 4 count,
Like, it was
right?
essentially like counting cards. I was trying to keep track of like, okay, I gave 2 under pours so I can afford 2 over pours to this nervous looking
Yes,
date.
yes.
Or like, oh, this guy just asked me if I went to college because I'm behind the bar. I'm going to give him a lot less and give more to somebody else later.
How do you treat those that don't truly know how to tip?
Well, you usually don't find out till the very end, which is unfortunate because I've already given you my drink so that I can't, take it out on you.
But when they come back to the bar,
I just let somebody else handle it.
If I was a bartender and I saw like a nervous Tinder date, I would turn it up all the way. I would just be like, everything's free. Here's everything all the time because I really want to see you guys make out at the end of the night.
You wouldn't be able to
that's
work.
weird.
You
That
wouldn't be able to
ended
work there
weird.
long because they take accounts for the liquor that you pour.
They do.
What?
They call it stealing.
That sounds like so much work.
Yeah.
Like someone has to go
They
through and
mark
check
the
all of that.
bottles.
That's no way.
Mm-hmm.
That's so much work. That's so much work to follow up. If you call 985-80-JALEN, you can leave us voicemails. If you leave us voicemails, we'll play them on the show, just like this.
Hey, Jalen and Jacoby. This is Kathy calling from Boston. First, I wanted to, on this Women Crush Wednesday, send a shout-out to the Burn It All Down podcast. It's a podcast on sports and feminism, and it's awesome. And if you haven't heard of it, I think you guys would like it, as would many of your listeners. My question is, how hard is it for players to get better at throwing free throws? I found myself yelling at the TV screen the other day, how hard can it be? And then it occurred to me it might actually be pretty hard. So I'm curious about that. Thanks. Love the show.
Okay, a couple things.
I got a bunch of things, too.
I love that she worked in a promo for another podcast that she may or may not just listen to.
Shout
she
out
may or
Burn
may
It All
not
Down.
know somebody that's in it.
I'm going to get this wrong, but I think Julie DeCaro does that podcast. I also think Jessica Luther might do that podcast. Shout out Burn It All Down.
Great.
It's ladies. Ladies in the house.
No doubt. And that's
Wednesday.
probably either Kathy with a C or a K.
Oh, she did not
which one? She
specify.
did, because there's no need to because we're not going to write her a letter.
She also didn't. Everyone has said hello to the two of you. No woman has said hello to me yet.
Oh, hit the brakes. Hit the brakes. The thing I love about this program, we have people that you can blame for this.
Ooh.
Oh, God. You don't know.
And his name is Reggie.
Oh, yeah. Reggie.
No question about it.
Okay.
You notice two things didn't happen today. Every voicemail usually shouts out Reg and or would shout out our guest, in this case, you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for some strange reason, neither one of them happened today.
Conspiracy theory. It was an inside job.
I think Reggie cut them all out. They all did say something to Katie, and Reggie is he's like the third wheel on this show.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he feels threatened that you're here.
And I would hate to make a man feel threatened.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
Exactly.
I'm
exactly.
coming for all the jobs.
Correct.
No, we let
Exactly.
the ladies
Yes,
read
indeed.
books, and now they're voting and taking our jobs. Free throws. Let's get back to the free throws.
Oh, yeah.
That was the original
we don't
question.
Really answer
No, you
questions.
got to answer the question.
I'll make it real quick. People think it's easy because it's the only time you're playing basketball when somebody's taking a shot and no one else is moving.
Ooh.
So when you're watching the game, you're like, why is he not making it? Well, it's actually 15 feet away from the hoop. And for those that don't know, there's a term called lost art of the mid-range shot. It's a mid-range shot. It's between 15 and 18 feet. And frankly, a lot of people can't make that shot consistently, especially guys that have huge hands and or guys that don't shoot with range. Usually the guys that can't shoot free throws are the guys that can't shoot.
Yeah.
But
There's
can't
not
they
a
do
correlation.
That? I've heard that if you do it the grandma way, the grandma shot, I'm sure that's an un-PC way to call it now, the diaper shot. Heard that's actually like the best.
Rick Barry.
The Rick Barry.
That's
Rick
like
Barry
they said that like
underhand.
statistically that will increase your chances of having a high free throw percentage, but nobody wants to do it because you look like an idiot.
Yeah, and the thing is like I feel like it's going to increase your chances, but only like 3 or 4%. I'm not sure that it's worth it. I'm not sure it's worth
It's a lot
it
of percent.
over time. I think people are just scared under pressure. I'd be terrified if it's
I'd
a
be
big
scared,
shot.
too.
There's 20,000 people there, and they're all rooting against me, and my teammates are looking at me.
When
I'll
you're
freak
watching,
out.
like I do the same thing. I don't remember what golf. It might have been. Who cares? Sergio Garcia, the one that he won, was that the Open? I don't
we
know.
know the answer to that question?
But I was watching and he like missed a couple putts or something before,
Yeah.
and I was like, "How do you miss that?" And I'm like, "Okay." Last time I golfed, I missed like the actual golf course. I hit the ball into like across the street. So you have that moment of like, "Oh, that's how we missed it."
I
It's
get concerned.
hard.
I feel for him, like when he misses a putt in another one. I'm like, how are you not crying right now
Yeah.
in the fetal position? I don't understand how professional athletes like yourself, Jalen, perform under that kind of pressure.
Practice makes perfect.
Never heard that before.
Well,
Plain and simple.
listen, we want to thank Katie for coming by.
Thank you.
Thank
This is
you
the
for
part where we're
having
honest
me.
and sincere. We're
Thank
very
you.
excited
I'm-
that you are here. We think
Thank
you're great. We've had
you.
conversations about how great you are.
Stop
before
doing
you
this.
were
You made
here.
me so uncomfortable.
We did. No
But let's
question
keep the
about it.
expectations low, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That way you can get over.
And also, I can't